It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hello dear students. Today I'm gonna explain you sexual reproduction in plants. In our previous video we have done asexual reproduction in plants and methods of asexual reproduction in plants. Now in this video we will discuss sexual reproduction in plants. So let's get started. Sexual reproduction in plants. As the name suggests, reproduction that occurs through sex cell. But the question arises, where does sex cell produce? Which organ in plant produce sex cell? So, in this video, we will discuss about sex cell or gametes. Okay, so let's get started. Sexual reproduction is the characteristics of flowering plants, means plants that produce flower. Okay, plants that give flower can perform sexual reproduction. जो प्लांट फ्लावर देते हैं वो सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन करते हैं. As you all know, flowers are the most beautiful part of the plant. Yes, flowers are the most attractive part of the plant because they are colorful. Okay, and they can attract insect as well as human being. So flowers are the reproductive part of the plant. As I told you in our previous video, root, stem and leaves, these are the vegetative parts of the plant through which asexual reproduction occurs in plant. But flowers are the reproductive part of the plant. But the question arises, why are flowers called as reproductive part of plant? Yes, because male and female parts are present either on the same flower or different flowers. As you all know, in sexual reproduction we need two parents, male and female. Okay, so male and female parts are present in flower. That's why flowers are called reproductive part of the plant. So, what is sexual reproduction? The process of reproduction in which two individuals are needed for the production of offspring is called sexual reproduction. सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन एक प्रोसेस है जिसमें टू इंडिविजुअल मीन्स टू पेरेंट्स मेल एंड फीमेल आर नीडेड ओके फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ न्यू इंडिविजुअल ओके फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ऑफस्प्रिंग. So this process is known as sexual reproduction. Students, as I told you, sexual reproduction is the characteristics of flowering plants and it occurs by the union of male and female parts of the plant. So, in sexual reproduction, each parent produces a special cell known as sex cell or gametes. Okay, so the gamete produced by female is called the egg cell or ovum or female gamete. Okay, जो female part, female reproductive ऑर्गन से जो गैमेट प्रोड्यूस होगा उसको क्या बोलेंगे? फीमेल गैमेट. ओके, एंड द गैमेट प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द मेल इज नोन एज स्पर्म और मेल गैमेट. ओके, so the gamete produced by the male is known as sperm or male gamete, because these gametes are involved in sexual reproduction. So here I made symbol for male and female gamete. You can see. Okay, so male part of the plant produces male gamete and female reproductive part produces female gamete, and these gametes are involved in sexual reproduction. Means these gametes will fuse with each other and they will form a new individual. Okay, and the process by which male and female gamete fuses is known as fertilization, and the process of fertilization we will discuss later. Students, as I told you, flower is the reproductive part of the plant. Means flower involved in sexual reproduction, because male and female gamete both are produced by male and female part of the flower, which are present in flower. So here you should know about the parts of flower. So we will discuss each part of flower one by one in detail. So first you should know what is flower. In flowering plants, there are specialized structure for sexual reproduction called flowers. So what are flowers? Flowers are the reproductive structure or part of the plant. Okay, and the flower has 4 parts, namely sepal, petal, stamen and pistil. So these parts are involved in sexual reproduction, or we can say these parts are helped in sexual reproduction. Okay, and in flower some more parts are there. So we will discuss them one by one in detail. First part is pedicel. It is the thin stalk of flower by which it is attached with the branch of the plant. So pedicel is the part of the flower which is directly attached to the branch or stem. So you can see in the picture, this part of flower is known as pedicel. Okay, so it is the thin stalk, okay, of flower by which it is attached with a branch of plant. Thalamus, the uppermost part of the pedicel. You can see in the picture this top part of pedicel. This top part is known as thalamus. Okay, so the top part of pedicel is known as thalamus. It makes a platform like structure. Okay, you can see it is a dome shaped structure, okay, from which other parts of flower will arise. So this is the top part of pedicel, which makes a platform like structure for other parts of the flower. Now the next part is sepals. Sepals are the outermost whorl of the flower which are green in color. You can see in the picture this outer whorl of leaves which are generally green in color is known as sepal. Okay, so sepals are generally green in color, And what is the function of sepals? Sepals protect the flower at bud stage. जब एक फ्लावर बड स्टेज में होता है तब ये उसको प्रोटेक्ट करता है. Okay, so collectively the sepals are called the calyx. Each leaf is known as sepal and the group of sepal is known as calyx. Means full whorl. Okay, or we can say the group of sepal is known as calyx. Now the next part of flower is petals. Petals are colored and beautiful part of the flower. You can see in the picture the colorful and attractive part of the flower is known as petal. So each leaf is known as petal. Okay, each leaf is known as petal. They have pleasant smell to attract the insects towards the flower. As I told you, petals are the colorful and attractive part of the flower. Okay, and because of this part, insect attracts toward the flower. Okay, all petals together are known as corolla. So here you can see each leaf is known as petal and the group of petals is known as corolla. Okay. Now we will discuss reproductive parts of flower. We have discussed accessory parts of flower that are petals and sepals. Now we will discuss reproductive parts of a flower. Stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower. Okay, so stamen is the male. Okay, so for learning I am telling you men. Man means आदमी, male. So stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower. You can see in the picture this part is known as stamen. This part is known as stamen. I will show you a large view of stamen. Okay, it consists of the anther and filament. You can see in the picture the swollen part is known as anther and this tube-like structure is known as filament. So, stamen consists of anther and filament. Means जो एक stamen होता है वो anther और filament का बना हुआ होता है. Okay? The anther produces pollen grain. You can see. Okay, inside the anther there are minute structure, very tiny structure. So these structures are known as pollen grain. Okay, these structures are known as pollen grain. So anther produces pollen grain which contain male gamete. Each matured pollen grain contains a tube cell consisting of a tube nucleus and two male gametes. So you can see in the picture. Okay, this is the large structure of a pollen grain. यहाँ पे मैंने एक pollen grain का large view बनाया है. So each pollen grain contains a tube cell consisting of the tube nucleus and two male gamete. So this two red color. Okay, these are male gamete. These are male gametes. Okay, and this is tube nucleus. Tube nucleus. Okay, and this structure is known as tube cell. Tube cell. So, in pollen grain you can see there is a tube cell which contains one tube nucleus and two male gametes. Okay, and these male gametes help in sexual reproduction. Now, second reproductive part of flower is pistil, which is also known as carpel. So, pistil or carpel is the female reproductive part of the flower. Okay, you can see in the picture this middle part. Okay, this middle part of the flower is known as pistil. Okay, and pistil is the female reproductive part. It consists of stigma, style, and ovary. So here I am going to show you a large view of pistil. Okay, so here you can see a pistil consists of stigma, style, and ovary. So stigma is the top part of pistil. This finger-like structure in pistil is known as stigma. Okay, which is open in tube-like structure, and this tube-like structure is known as style. Okay, so a cylinder tube-like structure of the pistil is known as style. Okay, which is followed by swollen part. Okay, the lower swollen part of the pistil which contains ovule, okay, is known as ovary. तो ये जो राउंड शेप में, ठीक है, जो ये फूला हुआ, स्वॉलन मीन्स फूला हुआ जो पार्ट है, क्या कहलाता है? ओवरी. ओके, एंड ovary contains ovule. Ovary contains ovule. Okay, and each ovule has female gamete. In each ovule there is a female gamete, and you know female gamete helps in sexual reproduction. That we will discuss later. So students, we have discussed accessory parts of flower and reproductive parts of flower. I hope you understood all the parts of flower. Now we will discuss types of flowers, which is based on the presence of male and female reproductive parts of flower. So without wasting time, let's get started. Flowers are of two types, unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. Okay, so uni means single. What is the meaning of uni? Single. When single reproductive part is present on flower. Okay, either male or female. So such type of flowers are known as imperfect. Okay, imperfect or incomplete flower. Why it is known as imperfect or incomplete flower? Because only one type of reproductive part is present in flower. Okay, either male or female. So flowers that have either male or female reproductive part is known as unisexual flower. Means only one सेक्स सेल इज प्रेजेंट इन फ्लावर, आइदर मेल और फीमेल. या तो फ्लावर में मेल पार्ट ही होगा या फिर फीमेल पार्ट होगा. ओके, दोनों नहीं होंगे, सिर्फ एक ही होगा. सच टाइप ऑफ फ्लावर इज नोन एज यूनिसेक्सुअल. यूनि मीन्स सिंगल सेक्स organ is present in flower. Okay, so here you can see I made two separate flower. This is male flower and this one is female flower. Okay, female flower. Why? Because only female part is present in flower and in this only male part is present in flower. So this is the male flower and this one is female flower. Okay, so these are known as unisexual flower. For example, papaya. Okay, bisexual flower. Bi means two, or we can say both. Okay, so such type of flowers are known as complete or perfect, or we can say hermaphrodite flower. Why they are known as complete or perfect flower? Because both male and female part of flower are present on the single flower. दोनों मेल और फीमेल पार्ट एक ही फ्लावर पे होते हैं. Okay, so flowers that have both male and female reproductive part is known as bisexual flower. You can see in the picture I made both male and female part on the single flower. एक ही फ्लावर पे, दोनों सेम फ्लावर पे मैंने दोनों पार्ट बनाए हैं, मेल एंड फीमेल. दैट्स वाई दिस फ्लावर इज नोन एज बाइसेक्सुअल फ्लावर. बाय मीन्स बोथ, दोनों. ओके, एग्जाम्पल हिबिस्कस. बच्चों, हमने फ्लावर के पार्ट डिस्कस किए हैं. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस द प्रोसेस ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन इन प्लांट्स, हाउ इट अकर्स. Okay, so first we will discuss pollination. Poly means pollen grain and nation means the destination of pollen. Okay, जब pollen अपनी destination, अपनी मंजिल तक पहुंच जाता है, that process is known as pollination. As you all know, pollen grains are very tiny bodies that develop inside the anther. When anther is mature, as you can see in the picture, this entire part is known as stamen, and stamen consists of anther and filament, and anther produces pollen grain. So pollen grains are tiny bodies that develop inside the anther. When the anther is mature, it splits open and the pollen grains are released. तो जब ये एंथर मैच्योर हो जाता है तो ये ओपन अप हो जाता है, जिससे जितने भी पॉलन ग्रेन हैं वो बाहर आउट हो जाते हैं. ओके, सो द पॉलन ग्रेन्स हैव टू बी डिपॉजिटेड ऑन टू अ स्टिग्मा इन ऑर्डर टू फर्टिलाइज द ओवम इन द ओवरी. तो ये जो पॉलन ग्रेन है ये डिपॉजिट होते हैं किस पे? स्टिग्मा पे. वाई? टू फर्टिलाइज दिस ओवरी. ओके, सो द ट्रांसफर ऑफ pollen grain from anther to stigma is known as pollination. Okay, so here I made sign also. The transfer of pollen from anther to stigma is known as pollination. Okay, the process by which pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma is called pollination. Now we will discuss types of pollination. As I told you, the transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma is known as pollination. So there are two types of pollination, self-pollination and cross-pollination, which based on the presence of flower in a plant. Okay, so self-pollination, self means खुद का. Okay, so when transfer of pollen grain from the anther of a flower to the stigma of the same flower or to the stigma of another flower on the same plant is called self-pollination. Okay, तो जब एंथर से पॉलन का ट्रांसफर, ओके, फ्लावर उसी फ्लावर के स्टिग्मा पे होता है. सपोज दिस इज एंथर. ओके, एंड व्हेन ट्रांसफर ऑफ पॉलन फ्रॉम एंथर टू स्टिग्मा ऑफ द सेम फ्लावर, ओके, occurs, that type of pollination is known as self pollination. self means खुद का, जब खुद के ही फ्लावर में होता है. ओके, or we can say when transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of another flower of same plant. फ्लावर तो सेपरेट है लेकिन एक ही प्लांट के हैं. Okay, so such type of pollination is known as self-pollination. Both flowers are present on the same plant. प्लांट आपका एक ही है और उस पे 2 फ्लावर हैं. So transfer of pollen grain from the anther of a flower to the stigma of the same flower. जब एक ही फ्लावर में होता है, that type of pollination is known as self-pollination, or we can say the transfer of pollen grain from the anther of a flower to the stigma of another flower of the same plant is known as self-pollination. But on other hand, cross-pollination. Cross means flower of different plant of same species. ठीक है, जो दोनों फ्लावर होंगे वो अलग अलग प्लांट पे होंगे. Okay, so transfer of pollen grain from the anther of the flower to the stigma of a flower on a different plant, not on same plant, different plant of the same species is known as cross pollination. So here you can see I made 2 separate flower which are present on different plant, जो दोनों अलग अलग प्लांट पर हैं. So when transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of another flower of on different plant is known as cross pollination. Okay, and in self pollination as well as in cross pollination, the transfer of pollen grain occurs through different pollinating agent like wind, water, insect, etc. जो ट्रांसफ़र होता है पॉलन ग्रेन का एंथर से स्टिग्मा पर, वो डिफरेंट मीडियम के थ्रू हो सकता है. वो एयर के थ्रू भी हो सकता है, वो वाटर के थ्रू भी हो सकता है, वो इंसेक्ट के थ्रू भी हो सकता है. सो दीज ऑल आर नोन एज पॉलिनेटिंग एजेंट. Children, we have discussed the process of pollination, and a flower can be pollinated by wind, water, and insect. After reaching on stigma, what happened with the pollen grain? So we will discuss about this in this module. So how does fertilization occurs in plant? Yes, after the pollen grain lands on the stigma by the process of pollination, it sends out a tube-like structure called pollen tube. Okay, so after reaching on the stigma, pollen grain sends out a tube-like structure. You can see in the picture. Okay, this tube-like structure which grows along the style is known as pollen tube. ओके, ट्यूब जो पॉलन ग्रेन से निकल रही है दैट इज पॉलन ट्यूब. ओके, द पॉलन ट्यूब ग्रोज इनटू द स्टिग्मा एंड स्टाइल एंड रीचेस द ओवरी. यू कैन सी दिस पॉलन ट्यूब ग्रोज इनटू द स्टिग्मा, स्टाइल एंड ovary and reaches to ovary. So this thin pollen tube grows from the pollen grain. Okay, and this pollen tube penetrates the stigma, okay, and enters into ovary and reaches to ovule, which has female gamete. This pollen tube carries 2 male gametes. You can see in the picture, this tube contains 2 male gametes. So the male gamete from the pollen grain reaches the ovary through the pollen tube. So these male gamete reaches into the ovary through the pollen tube. After they reach the ovule, one of the male gamete fuses with the female and forms the zygote. Okay, so actually what happened? The male gamete moves down to the ovule. Okay, it moves down to the ovule through the pollen tube and fuses with the female gamete inside the ovule. Finally, the male gamete fuses with the female gamete, and this completes the process of fertilization. So what is fertilization? The fusion of male gamete and female gamete is called fertilization. Okay, so pollen grain sends out a tube-like structure which grows into style and reaches to ovary. This pollen tube carries two male gametes. These male gametes moves down to the ovule. Okay, and one of the male gamete fuses with the female gamete. Here you can see I made separate diagram of ovule which contains female gamete. Okay, so when male gamete fuses with female gamete, okay, it forms zygote. This structure is known as zygote. So the fusion of male gamete and female gamete is known as fertilization. Male gamete का female gamete से मिल जाना, fuse हो जाना, mix हो जाना, that is known as fertilization. We have discussed the process of fertilization. Okay. Now what happens with the ovary and ovule afterwards? So we will discuss about it in this module. Formation of fruit and seed. After the zygote formation, the following changes occur in the flower. First, the flower loses its bright color, sepals, petals, stigma and style. So after fertilization, the stigma, style, stamen, petals, sepals usually dry and fall off. जब फर्टिलाइजेशन हो जाता है तो उसके बाद में सेपल, पेटल, स्टिग्मा, स्टाइल ये जितने भी पार्ट्स हैं वो ड्राई हो जाते हैं और नीचे गिर जाते हैं, मतलब रिमूव हो जाते हैं या हट जाते हैं. ओके, द ओवरी इंक्रीजेज इन साइज एंड बिकम्स अ फ्रूट. Okay, so sepal, petals, stigma, style, these parts will be separated and ovary will increase in size and it becomes a fruit. वो क्या बन जाती है? फ्रूट बन जाती है. Thus, fruit is a mature ovary. So जो भी आप फ्रूट खाते हो, so वो क्या होती है? एक्चुअल में एक mature ovary होती है. So mature ovary is modified into fruit. Okay, now development of a seed. The zygote divides multiple times to form an embryo within the ovule. Okay, as I told you, ovary increases in size and it becomes fleshy and juicy. Means it will convert into fruit. But what happens with the ovule? As I told you, after fertilization, zygote forms. So, the zygote divides multiple times to form an embryo within the ovule. जो जाइगोट होता है उसके अंदर बहुत सारे मल्टीपल डिवीजन होता है. ठीक है, ओव्यूल में ही बहुत सारे डिवीजन होते हैं. एन एम्ब्रियो इज एंक्लोज्ड इन सीड कोट. जो ये ओव्यूल होता है उसके चारों तरफ हार्ड कवर बन जाता है. ओके, जिसके अंदर एम्ब्रियो होता है. So gradually the ovule develops and turns into a seed. So zygote converts into embryo and embryo converts into a seed. Okay, so here I would like to tell you one thing. Ovary turns into fruit and ovule turns into seed. Okay, so after fertilization, ovary increases in size and becomes a fruit, and multiple changes, multiple division occurs in zygote, which results into embryo, and finally embryo converted into a seed. So within a ovule, so we can say ovule turns into seed. Thank you for watching. Kindly do like, share and subscribe my channel.